This is Dean with Slate Companies, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the multi-output feature in SSD5 to export, print, and bounce your drums from SSD5 to Logic Pro X. So in this session, we've got SSD5 loaded up on a track with a MIDI part already programmed. Make sure to load the multi-output instance of SSD5. Let's take a listen. So let's say that we like that MIDI part and we want to print it to separate audio tracks so that we can mix it further. Let's say we want the following audio tracks: a kick, a snare, a hi-hat, toms, overhead mics, and room mics. Now the first thing we're going to do is to click on the plus button to add new tracks to the multi-output. Then create a separate audio track for each of those multi-output tracks. We're going to name them appropriately. Now we need to take care of the routing in order to get the audio out of SSD5 and into the appropriate track. We're going to be setting the output for all of the tracks we want in the SSD5 mixer to a specific output, and then setting the input of the audio tracks we created in our DAW to the same output from SSD5. So all of the kick tracks would go out 2 stereo. All of the snare tracks will go out 3 stereo, and so on. Let's look at how we're going to do this in our DAW. So let's open up SSD5 and navigate to the mixer section. Now at the bottom of the mixer, for all of the kick tracks, let's change the output from out 1 stereo to out 2 stereo. Then for all of the snare tracks, we'll change the output from out 1 stereo to out 3 stereo. We'll do the same for the hi-hat, toms, overhead mics, and room mics, respectively. In order to print these, route the output of the multi-output tracks to the input of the new audio tracks you just created. Then we need to simply record enable our tracks and hit record in our DAW. This will record each of the individual outputs we routed to the individual audio tracks. So that is how to use multi-output to export, print, or bounce your tracks using SSD5 in Logic Pro X. If you have any further questions, please visit slatesupport.com.